What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fun with Dumb. And you know, some of my favorite parts of the week include two of my best buddies and brother and sister, really siblings almost. Would you say we're siblings?
You guys act like siblings. I'm not gonna lie.
So what are you, the uncle?
I think we're siblings
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Wouldn't you say you're part of?
Yeah. I'm the.
Are you the oldest or younger?
Nah, I would say I'm like 3 months older. You know what I mean?
Than me?
Than him?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm like
yeah.
3. I'm not like years older, but I'm like maybe 4
You
or 5
wouldn't be
months older.
younger than me.
Hell no. What are you talking about? Nah,
You have
nah.
definitely more of a oppa.
I got the.
Ooh, I hated saying that.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
one
face.
thing about this crew that I love is that we are all older siblings
Yeah.
in our real lives. You're an older
You are
sister.
too.
Yeah.
Right.
He
Yeah.
has a younger sister. I have a
Yeah.
younger sister, and
Yeah.
you have a younger. We
Yeah.
all have younger sisters.
Yeah, that's why we're all so controlling.
You think so?
Yes, that's part of our personality.
Say one nice thing about your sister right now.
Ooh. No. She is an amazing parent. And she is the one person holding this family together.
Wow.
I would say my mom and my dad, you know, and they're great. I mean, you know, I don't have a good relationship with my father, but as most people know from the 300 episodes, but my
Check it off your Fun with Dumb bingo card.
but my mom, she's a sweet woman, but she hasn't necessarily taken charge of like the whole family and gatherings and making sure we stay connected.
Right. That initiative.
Yeah, and my sister has taken the initiative of doing that.
The cornerstone.
Yeah, so I
a leader.
truly appreciate my sister for doing that
That's
and inviting us to things, grabbing my mom, taking her along with like her trips, you know,
Yeah.
pressuring me to come visit my nephew, you know, like all those things.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
She's the
sweet.
glue.
She is the glue, 100% the glue.
She's
Steffi, how
very
about you?
smart. Very smart.
How about your younger sister?
What was the question?
Just
What
one
do I
nice thing
like?
about because we
Nice
all have
thing?
sisters.
I think she is very open to change. She's someone that isn't afraid of change.
And are you?
No, we both aren't afraid of change. But
Give
I
me,
like
give me
that
one
about-
better one.
That wasn't that
She's
great.
like very smart.
Uh-huh.
She's an extremely smart,
smart.
intelligent person, and I think she's the funniest person I know.
Wow.
She's so funny.
She's funnier than me.
1000%. She is so funny, but you know, because we're siblings, we actually like known each other forever, and she could get under my skin and everything. But she knows like we both just get each other. We can look at something or something, a situation happens, and we understand what's weird about that situation without having to talk about it.
The cool
in
thing
front of
about
each
you
other.
and your sister is like you guys are both very trendy and up to date with fashion and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, me and you, like I think our sisters are completely different from us.
Yeah.
You know, yours like you could be
fashion
friends.
wise, you know,
Like
we,
you could be walking down the street with your sister and you guys would look like friends or something or part of the same
Right.
crew.
Dressing room buddies.
Oh, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
think you actually think you look like a random pair between? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
I don't know
between
what
us?
you say. Yeah, I
like,
think so.
is-
No,
is
you guys
that
are
a
just
thing?
both fashion
Why-
forward. You know, just
Well, maybe
What
me
is
and my
it?
sister could look like we're part of the same crew, right?
You guys look alike.
Yeah, the
Your
same
faces
gang.
You
look
look
alike.
alike.
The same gang.
Same gang.
And you look exactly like her son. Like exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I would say with you, I don't know your sister that well.
Yeah.
I've only met her a few times, but
But she's a hospitable. My sister is one of the best people in the world.
wow.
You know, yeah, she has the kindest heart. She's the funniest. You know, we always think that.
Yeah.
I think the second sibling is always just the parents kind of let go a little bit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like they suffocate us, and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, we he died of asphyxiation, so like the next one, let's chill out a little bit. So she had more freedom. To be honest with you, because I was traveling so much, like Europe, Africa, all these things, I was very absent in her life, like in the critical years, to be honest with you. And because of that, we kind of separated naturally because we were doing our own thing. But these days, you know, with Kaden coming out, she's like so like willing to be there, you know, sending us gifts. Last time we went to Virginia, she flew us out. She got us rental
Wow.
car. She got us a rental car. Yeah, she got a nice job. You know
that's
what I
so
mean?
nice. So
she-
it must be really weird to see your sibling become a parent. Like I would think it would be so
Yeah.
like I wonder for her.
yeah, she's like, you?
Yeah, exactly. Like she
Like-
must have to like respect you in a different light.
It's
Yeah.
it's
That's
because
strange.
we've seen our siblings at their worst. You know, like my sister was like
Right.
I was a party animal, but she was double that. And
She used to go rowdier than you?
You remember my sister? I remember like 1 year she went from holding a 40-ounce to a baby, in 1 year, and we were all worried. We were like, "What?
Yeah.
She has a baby now?" And then she just completely changed her life. Amazing parent,
So you do think she's changed, like she's changed as a person?
She's changed, and you would never think that transformation from the kind of upbringing that me and my sister had.
Yeah.
We were really bad kids.
So you're saying that having a child can actually like really help you? Like I feel
Having
like
a child-
for you, it's been the case.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think these days. That scares me. This is what I go to sleep with. The thought is like, let's say something happens to me, who's gonna take care of Caden? Do you know what I mean? Like you start thinking about your
Donna.
health. You start thinking about
Yeah, I mean, when
Yeah,
hold on,
but
so
then-
who's the godfather and mother? Did you choose people?
dumbfounded, obviously. How do you choose that, by the way?
Really?
How do
Are you
a-
actually-
I mean,
Are you trying to be a godfather?
I never received a certificate
Wait, hold on a
or
second.
anything.
Have you given that title to anyone?
No. I mean, I don't know how that works. I don't know how the whole Godfather. Do you know?
You didn't
Yeah.
give it to like Peter or something?
You know, if you give it to him, it means like the child will be with him if something happens to you.
I don't want that.
I don't know the term. I don't want that either.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I was like, are you
We
sure?
both agree we don't want that.
I don't think that's what. But as
No,
the
but how does the Godfather, the process work? Do you know? I don't know.
the
You can't abort your godchild, can you?
Godfather,
Yo.
I'm kidding.
the Godfather gives advice, and he's there to kind of like lead. I feel like you have to give good presence as a Godfather.
He does. He's
If you guys have kids and they grow up, I feel like I would be in their lives.
yeah. I mean, you are. Yeah, for sure.
I just imagine myself with a child and then you playing catch with it. It was like weird.
Come on. I mean, it's like if we're gonna
Both of
be
you
friends
guys.
for a long time, you're gonna expect
Naturally,
all
yeah.
of us
to be in
What's
each
gonna
other's
happen
life.
if you have a kid? We're not gonna hang out. That's crazy.
Do you think that we're gonna have kids? It's like a weird thing to imagine.
I feel like at some point, maybe.
Dumb. I heard little rumblings about settling down. I don't want to put your business out too much.
Is there
but-
word on the streets
Word on
that
the.
there's something going on in the sheets?
That's what they talk about in K-Town bars.
No.
Dogs are settling down
Baby
these
blue.
days.
There's no rumbling. It's not out of the question. I've always said that. It's never out of the question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why, Steph? Are you like putting your foot down? Like you don't want a kid?
No, I'm not sure. And I think the older I've gotten and the more freedom I realize I have, the more I actually do see my friends with kids, I'm really happy. I'm really
Yeah.
happy the way
Nah, definitely.
I think it's beautiful to have a child, but I also see how much work it is.
You see these cuffs?
Yeah.
You see these cuffs?
Yeah.
I've always assumed that I have a low sperm count. And I have never even checked
You know what's crazy?
it out.
I assumed that too about you.
Yeah.
No, wait, why do you think
I just
that?
think
But with
people-
that attitude, yeah, bro.
People with I imagine people who party a lot for some reason don't have good sperm count.
I don't know what the facts are. Like I'm pretty healthy right now, so maybe
Yeah.
I have the highest sperm count of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just based on assumption and cold plunges. I don't
Right.
know.
I feel like if anything, the cold punches have to do something to the sperms.
I mean, dude, I've been.
Don't you think they would like?
Little Ningmyeon situation.
Yeah, like a little kind of.
My
I don't
routine
know.
right now is crazy. I work out 7 days a week.
Are you? Oh, you
Yeah.
back on the grind?
I work out 7 days a week. I'm not drinking anymore. Like 6 months ago, I kind of broke, my sobriety, and I went downhill. But like,
You never. But I'm okay. You
Downhill's-
keep blowing it up.
Oh, no.
You definitely weren't the same as
I
last
was on a
time.
razor scooter and I went downhill on the biggest hill in Los Angeles.
Is that how you got those scrapes? Be honest. Look at you guys. Look at his
Gravity.
knuckles. It's so weird.
Yeah,
it makes
bro.
me look badass.
It almost
but-
looks like it's fake,
Nah,
because
nah.
they're perfectly put on.
But I've been going so crazy with my health and what I like to call mental wealth.
Right.
Because I was so obsessed with making money. I think in the last 5 years, everyone's been about like get rich quick schemes. You know what I
Flippage.
mean? Flipping stuff. But for me, like mental wealth has been a thing. So I've been implementing all these daily routines. This is a new joint right here I've been on. Magic Mind.
What is that?
Try that.
Ooh, I love
First
things
of all,
like
I'm gonna put
this.
you on.
Color.
They
Beautiful color.
they sent me this actually. They sponsored the podcast, Magic Mind, and I take this every morning.
Wow, it says subtly sweet, sharper mind, lower stress, and calm energy.
Stuff
I
like
love
this.
this.
Is this kind of like wheatgrass shots?
It's not.
Stuff
It's not
that?
like a replacement for like coffee or anything. I still have my coffee, and I have this. This is like nootropics, immunity support. It just gives me energy, gives me more focus, keeps me calm throughout the day.
You mind if I do a little taste test?
Yeah,
real
Go
quick?
ahead.
Just
You
live?
could down. I down this every morning.
So this is do you feel like it's given you a mental performance boost?
Like when I go right out in the city or something, I like take one of these with me. When I travel, you could take it because it's like under the liquid limit. You know, it's under the liquid limit where you can actually travel with it and
Yeah.
pack. Why are you? It's okay. Take
No,
it. You're like-
I am. I'm
This
trying
is
to.
good.
It's kind of tasty, right?
Give me
No,
a little
I
Bob
like
Ross
it.
narrative. Give me a little
Yeah.
description. A little description.
It's got
Yeah, what does it taste like to
To
you?
me, it has a tropical element. There's a a sparkle to it. Like something at the end after you take it, you feel kind of
There is a sparkle to it.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it almost initially when you take it has like a
non-bubble carbonation almost.
yeah, but it initially tastes like lemon,
Mm-hmm.
and then it ends with some sort of tropical like paradise flavor.
Yeah, I like it. I mean,
It's good.
It doesn't. The thing is, just taste. It's easy to just drink in one shot. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what? It has matcha green tea. That's where the color. I think the color probably comes
yeah,
from.
I like it. It's been helping me
Oh,
focus throughout the
passion
day
fruit,
because I've
that's
just
what
been in mode like I'm writing a
Yeah.
screenplay right now.
What?
Stay tuned. And I just needed something to just like keep me focused because I didn't grow up taking Adderall or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I need different forms of like supplements to keep me like
Yeah.
just focused and calm.
What time are you waking up?
And they have a by the way, another thing.
Dabba dabba doo.
They have another version of this that helps you sleep better.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I
helps
would
you
love
just
to try
yeah,
that.
Yeah, that helps you throughout the
Uppers
day.
and downers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
both of them.
Anyways, it seems like everyone's doing a lot better. Even Steffi,
Wow, I
you've been-
feel very awake.
Shout
no.
out Najima.
You've been traveling a lot, and like the one thing that when you were mentioning earlier how you used to go to like Africa and Europe when you were younger, all three of us are pretty well traveled.
Yeah.
And I like that about
I love
us.
that.
I like
love
that about our group.
There's a difference
Yeah.
between someone who hasn't left their fence, bro. I'm telling you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like the empathy, just the understanding. I really love the fact, even touring, when we go on tours and we visit these cities, it reminds you that not everyone's the same. There's people that are completely different out there.
Some cities do have a lot of the same people though. And they're it's specifically city people.
Yeah.
All the big cities.
No, but that's the thing. Like you trust people to be who they are in their demographic,
Yeah.
in their city.
Yeah.
So like, I know how ATL people are. I know how East Coast. What it's like.
Yeah.
You have to be around the block to know that though, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Do you feel like when you go to different cities, you take on a different persona? Do you know your persona from
Yeah.
where you're from Virginia? I
Right.
feel like it's probably slightly different than here
Can I just tell you something?
versus Switzerland.
Look at. Do I not know how to adapt to my environment right now? Like, what are we talking about?
Wait, you found
Anywhere I go, I switch.
Yeah.
Paul in the Bible, when he went to Greece, he spoke Greek. When he went here, I switch up a little bit. I don't
Yeah.
switch who I am. Switch my flavor a little bit.
Does
know?
do you have a different talk? Do you talk differently in Virginia? Is there like a different accent or something that comes on?
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Wait, that
I don't know what you're talking. Nah. I don't switch like the rhetoric or anything like that. But when you're around, I'm such a people pleaser that I do kind of switch up a little
I
bit.
think I do. Like when I go to Asia, which is where I just
Do
recently
you
went,
talk like in broken
I-
English?
I speak Like
Yeah.
I'd be like in Japan, I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, and I'm also so much more kinder. Oh, arigato.
Yeah,
because you get that energy from them, right?
Yeah, I barely say thank you on a regular day, but in Japan, I say arigato gozaimasu. Like,
Yeah, I've
up to
never heard
freaking
you say thank you.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm so much kinder as someone in
As a
Japan.
tourist.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Korea too. Man, the manners. I am so nice to the elders over there.
The thing is, over here in America, like, I don't know if we deserve a thank you right now.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, there's been. It's like, I love when the community comes together after the fact, but I think we need to have that before. You
Come
know
on,
what I
bro.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
from the jump, we just have to keep that energy up.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
not wait until something hits the fan.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Is it in the same vein of like giving people their flowers when they're here? you
Yes,
know?
exactly.
It's
It is the
always like
same
the
vein.
it's always like the afterthought. Like it's always the you know what's that called? Hindsight.
Yeah, hindsight.
Right, right. This episode of Fun with Dumb is brought to you by Blue Chew. Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer lasting erections for sexual activities. Blue Chew is out here leaving every man bricked up. They're on a mission. Rick, do they work?
Oh, they work.
They work, and I can testify as well. You can't spell brick without Rick. Trust me. Blue Chew is putting their money where its mouth is and offering everybody out there a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners right now. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. But I'm just saying, generally, in that
Shimmy.
90s era of rappers did
Yeah.
not dance as much. I think the 80s did.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, the current generation does.
For sure.
But, like, a lot of that golden era, like, boom bap era.
Yeah, we were
did
too angry,
not
bro. We were
dance as
too
much.
yeah.
They shoved. They did like the Onyx push
Yeah.
around. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
Put your arm around a homie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They talk a lot about dancing though. Like Nelly talk like the
I think that era did dance more.
2000s when it started going into the
2000s, Harlem Shake.
For sure.
Like all
Get Your
that.
Eagle On.
franchise boys, all them joints.
Yes, they got their ego
Lean
on.
back. Come on.
You know what
that's
get
a
your
dance.
ego on means?
I know what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
wait,
know
do
what it
do
looks
Get your
like.
ego on.
You
Go,
like
go, go,
this.
go, go.
Get your eagle on. Like
Your
that.
jellyfish.
That look, didn't it look
You
like
look like a baby eagle that hasn't gotten the hair out yet. Like, it's just,
the one that gets pushed off the.
I know how to do that one.
okay. Get your ego on, girl. Yeah, that's a great song.
But what's another name? There was a lot of songs that you want to be able to dance to.
I think there was a lot of dances made that a lot of people could easily do.
Yeah.
Like Lean Back was a very easy dance.
No, for sure. For sure.
Oh, you know what it was? Our generation we got lazy about dancing, and the thing that we'd go to is just grinding on people when you got weirded out. Like you just go to a club and you just grind. So then you don't have to really dance because you're just like, well, it's a form of dance. It's kind of like gyrating your hips and like humping each other.
I never really enjoyed getting grinded up on. I'm not gonna lie to
Wait,
you.
someone grind on? Oh, you mean
First
from
of
the
all, what do
from
you
the-
mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean
Wait,
from
wait.
the back to.
I was once not a father, Steffi. I used to go to
you
clubs
don't-
and get grinded up on.
Wait,
yes.
hold on, you didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
Why?
I just okay, so you're up against a wall.
Yeah.
And she's coming already the transactions are not transactions, sorry. That like communication is kind of awkward. She kind of like she sees you.
Yeah.
We don't know, we're in a club. She doesn't know who you are, but she's kind of like looking and I'm looking. And I'm nervous, so I look away, and then she's kind of creeping up.
Yeah.
And then she turns around,
Yeah.
and then she's kind of shaking it, and then trying to like like in Interstellar when it connects.
Yeah.
when
they're docking,
when
yeah.
they're docking, it's kind of like that. And then
you barely couldn't connect with
no,
them.
and then we connected, and but I'm just like I don't know what to do from that point.
You got your hands up usually.
Your
probably.
hands up like this. The recipient is just kind of weird, and then the moment you start trying to like add to it, it kind of messes up the rhythm.
My
too much.
move during when grinding was huge when we were like in middle school.
Yeah.
Remember at the school dances
Yeah.
they like separate you.
Yeah,
My move was always as the girl is grinding on you.
you pull in, huh?
No. She's grinding on me, and like I try not to focus on the grind.
Yeah.
I focus on the music. And I'm just like looking at the DJ while they're grinding on me, and I'm rapping to the lyrics.
That's the only cool thing you could do when you're getting grinded on. Like communicate with someone else. Like, yo, what up? Yeah, that's the only thing. You can't be like too into it.
When you're too into it, it looks insane
Looks
from an outside
insane,
perspective.
dude.
You know?
Interesting. Oh, so you guys were worried about looking too horny.
No, I mean I was in middle school, and I remember the teachers separating us and stuff. But
Yeah. No,
but
grinding was
grinding
big
was-
back then for sure.
I felt like it was into high school and college.
No.
No, Steph.
Yeah. Usually
I was
nowadays,
the only one going to the
usually
clubs,
nowadays-
so grinding on people while
Na-
nobody was grinding. When did it end? Wait a
nowadays,
second.
the only people that grind on me is some like random auntie at like a function. Like a 45 to 50-year-old auntie,
Right.
even older sometimes, that just pulls. If I said 45, like that's that far away from me. That just felt weird when I said that because I'm like, that's my age,
Yeah.
close to my age.
I'm surprised people still come and grind on you.
I'm saying that's it's usually an auntie,
Yeah.
that thinks it's
Wow.
funny to like a
You remember this?
yeah, that think it's funny to grind on a little Asian
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
It's like, but it's fun.
I just thought you guys would. I really thought that every guy would like it because there's a chance to have physical connection with the person. So I just assumed it was like a good thing most of the time. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's because I don't know how to dance at all. I think once you know how to reciprocate and kind
Yeah.
of like join the rhythm,
Yeah.
then it's like it's fun.
Yeah.
But with me, I'm such a board. I'm such a wooden board, bro. You know what I mean?
Wait, that is so. I imagine you as just like a brick,
Literally,
kind of like
I'm like-
standing there.
You can't spell brick without Rick.
That is true.
know?
Yeah. But anyway, it's
Yeah.
all good. God's
Interesting.
fair. I have fluidity with my words, but
Yeah.
as a body and physically,
You
Yeah.
would think somebody who has fluidity with their words would be fluid with
Yeah.
their
Their bodies.
movements.
man, it's crazy.
It's not kind of the same thing, huh?
You have to understand, like, I'm looking at Caden because now he's so cute. He's at that age where any bop comes on, any music,
Yeah.
he'll start bouncing, he'll start dancing a
Aw,
little bit.
yeah.
No rhythm.
Well, I remember always like, when
You
you have
better
that
start young.
when you have the freestyle rap spirit,
Yeah.
you just kind of say things without even thinking it, right? You just let it go and you feel it and
Yeah.
and it somehow works out.
Exactly.
So I remember when I was growing up and I would see break dancers doing their thing on the ground and just expressing themselves freely and doing free form dance, I'd be like, oh, I'm like feeling it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. So I jump in and start doing weird
way.
movements, like just letting it go.
Right.
It just was not the same. But
Bro.
when you that's how free my mind is. I'll see that and I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll go in and I'm like, no, I can't.
No, for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but it takes practice. I feel like with that mentality, that's where it starts. Though
Absolutely.
you can get good.
Absolutely. You need to have
Confidence.
you need to be fearless to
You
look
do.
stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? That's the thing. And that's why I'm such a bad dancer because I'm so fearful of how I look like while I'm doing it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, even when I'm trying to go all in, I'm still giving half. So it looks like like I'm convulsing.
I've seen Steffi like go for it and do weird stuff, and then at some point I'm like, actually, that was kind of good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's so you get so free. All of a sudden, your neck is like you're doing like weird, like
She's
fluid-
like, really?
yeah.
I'm not, you know where I got that confidence from? I
Right?
did an audition for a commercial,
Yeah.
and I was supposed to do these like weird moves, like this, like be weird.
Whoa.
And then
Watch
did
out
you,
now.
did you hear it crack?
It's a Pez
Wait,
dispenser.
do that next thing you usually do. That's kind of like really fluid. It's kind of
Wait, are you
fluid, right? Yeah.
No. So I was doing that, right? And then they loved me that so much that just literally at the audition, they stopped before I walked out the door. The producer runs after me and goes, "Oh, who's your dance agent?" And I was like, "Holy shit, I made it! I convinced them."
I managed
that
a Blue Man Group.
Dude, yeah, and I think it's all I did was like keep a straight face while I did
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
believed in my
So they were like, she knows something we don't know.
yeah. But I think you're right. It was just like this fake confidence thing that I was putting on, and since then I was like, I'm just a good dancer.
Yeah.
But yeah, dancing is you just have to not think. But you know what? As lyrical people,
Don't ever call us that ever again.
but aren't you?
Lyrical
You're the
people.
lyric. You're the
No,
lyric.
I am. Yes.
Wait, is it just because
That is
I
my
say
people,
it? It's
yes.
uncool.
I need you to know what a DJ is before you say lyrical
yeah.
people. Go.
Disc jockey.
Anyway, about lyrical people, yes.
So lyrical people, it's you guys are like free and like I want to say losing your minds
Yeah.
in wordplay.
We're
right?
actually not free. That's the misconception as rappers.
Do you
We're
think you were
imprisoned in our own mind.
Oh my god, that's so
That's
beautiful.
why we call it
See,
bars.
No, that was so good.
That was a bar as you were explaining bars. Yeah.
No, that like that already sounded so beautiful to me.
Thank you.
But I could never do that. That's the confidence you have with your words.
I think it's time for syllabics, multi-syllabics.
Gosh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Confidently.
We used to give her like multi-syllables to rhyme, right?
Disc jockey.
Risks hockey. Licks naughty.
Oh, keep going. I like, you got to make sense. That made sense. Risk hockey doesn't make sense,
What
but
was the start? Disc jockey.
Give another one, Dom.
t-shirt.
T-shirt. Knees hurt.
Oh,
Leaders.
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Free birds.
Uh-huh. Now try to
Cheese curds.
Oh,
3/3.
yo, the best was cheese curds, and the way when it must have hit her brain because she was like cheese curds. That was so good.
I love it.
Okay, the next time when we do this though, what I want you to do is connect them.
What's
what
the
I'm-
fun in that?
No, connecting them like, I got cheese curds stained on my T-shirt. Like connect the actual things you're saying.
I think you think I'm smarter than I am.
No, I mean that's
No,
the
those are
start.
great.
I'm giving you the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you had the white belt, now you're getting the yellow.
Yeah,
belt.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For sure. Damn.
I'll
the
try to
cheese
put
curds really
I think that's the first time anybody like in a cipher went ooh after a cheese curds. That would have been the first time anybody has reacted to that. But
that was such a
good
high
job,
for
good
me.
job, Steffi.
Honestly, it was this that helped me. I think.
shout out
No,
to Magic
literally,
Mind.
yeah.
That's our podcast sponsor, and our
it
rap
literally-
sponsor.
It
I'm
says,
not gonna lie, I'm very impressed.
can
right
someone
now.
send this? Because
All
I
right.
really do
I'll
feel.
give you some more. I'll give
No,
you some.
I literally feel so alert right now.
relax.
No, I'm not even joking.
No, I'm gonna
I
give you
feel
some.
So hyper. I'm starting to sweat.
Next time I'm gonna give you one and like we're gonna cipher. So you're traveling
Mm-hmm.
with somebody you're dating.
Dude, can I be the one to say something like that?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right, Steffi, where you been?
I've been traveling to Asia,
Okay.
and yes, I went with a special somebody.
Oh,
Yeah, not too much details, but
traveling partner.
I did meet some of the parents.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
meet the parents.
Yeah,
and did
it's
they
kind
like
of a-
you?
You know what's funny? I don't know. And typically I know because most parents, I would say 99% of the time, I'm not trying to be cocky. It's just like I know parents like me. But like, I don't know if it's an Asian thing. This is the first time I dated someone with like parents that actually live in Asia. I couldn't really tell because they weren't being super, like, they didn't show it in their face.
Steph,
Yeah.
What?
reenact exactly how you said hello to them. Okay, hold on. I'm done. Ready?
Oh.
This is the. Did you meet both parents or no?
Hi, ni hao. Right? That's how they say it.
No, dude, they speak English.
Oh, sorry.
Dude,
Sorry
you're being
about that.
so racist.
No,
right now.
I thought I was in Asia. I thought you meant
Alright,
the
go,
parents.
go,
very
go.
articulate. I was
Hey,
like,
Steph.
oh, hello, Mr. Blank. Nice to meet you.
You look like one of those AI robots right
There's
now.
no way
That's
you said that.
crazy.
Why?
No. Look at them and
And then I bowed, which was really weird because I don't even know in the culture if they
what
bow.
was the degree of the bow? Did you go 90? Did
they're
you?
they're Taiwanese, first of all, and I went about like that. Like I went about what is this? This
It's a
much.
45 situation.
Yeah, it was a 45. No, not
That's a problem
enough.
right there. Yeah,
Oh,
obviously.
I don't know.
You don't.
But I didn't want to do too much. Sorry, I just spit.
I feel like most.
I didn't want to do too much. I wanted to be like
People still bow, right? Do they bow?
But in Korea, I know for sure to
Yeah.
bow. In Japan,
If
it
they're
looks
English
like you're
speakers
Yeah.
and they're like immigrated here, I don't know
Yeah.
if the bow is necessary. Maybe they're like, whoa, it's a little bit much.
Is it weird that I don't like meeting the parents of my partners that I'm dating?
No, I think people feel that way.
Yeah. What
But
do you
you're
mean?
especially, I think you have more of an avoidant personality sometimes, right? With relationships.
Why do you think I'm avoiding meeting the parents?
Well, because it's awkward, it's stressful, it means you're getting emotionally closer to the partner.
That's true. Is it important for you for the people you're dating to meet your parents?
Yes, I've watched way too many Korean dramas to know about what a mother and father-in-law looks like. That's bad. So like I think that's already like conditioned my head. So now I'm like I am very wary of that. How many of us have heard from about our Korean mother or father-in-laws being like crazy, right?
Absolutely.
That's like really, and a lot of it has to do with like power, them having like power and control over it. So I do think it's really important to meet the family because I don't want to deal with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I really like introducing my partners to my parents.
Yeah.
Not just my mom in particular. So, because I think like my mom's funny and she's kooky.
Yeah,
So I'm like, see how cool my mom is.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
It's like a bragging thing. Kinda.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like to use meeting the parents. You could gauge not only with girls but with anybody. Like you could gauge someone's character by how they speak to their parents, how someone speaks to their mom. Do you know what I mean? Like this girl could be acting all nice and all sweet, but then as soon as she gets home, she starts kind of like yapping at her mom a little bit. I mean, obviously, naturally, because they're family members, they could talk kind of like easy. But you know when there's a little bit of that spite, you know, a little bit of that little spice.
Yeah.
That's when you know that the character's a little off. Or
That's,
even like
that's me.
do you talk to your mom a little
Well, I
spicy?
didn't know until I made a content video. So I
Yeah.
like filmed myself talking to my mom and asking her to go get a lid
Yeah.
to fit like this like thing. And so I said, "Oh, Oma, like, can you get me a lid?" And I like rewatched it. I was like, "What the fuck? I sound like a bitch."
Nah.
No,
I mean,
for real.
but you know, you have to understand. Some people talk to other people like however they want. Doesn't mean that they're being disrespectful. But I'm talking about just like that little character flip. There's something that happens when you enter someone's house and you see how they treat their immediate family.
Right.
You kind of see little glimpses of their true self.
I
you know
think
what
here's the thing. For the most part, when the moms or the in-laws meet the other partner, they're already starting at like negative. You know what I'm saying? Like,
guilty till proven innocent. or
yeah,
what?
you better be phenomenal,
Yeah.
or they're just gonna be like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah.
You
How
know?
How long should you be dating someone before you introduce the
I
parents?
think it's a cultural thing. I've dated people where I meet their parents like that same week.
that same week.
It was Indian family. I'm not saying that they're
Right,
very
right,
Americanized
right.
Indians. I've met even another Asian family like within like 2 weeks, like just to meet them. But then like Korean culture, I feel like sometimes it's even more like typically it's longer unless the parents are
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Right.
They want to know everything about them, but they don't want to actually meet them until it's serious sometimes.
Yeah.
Depending on how Americanized I think they are. So it really these days I think it just depends. And I also think as you get older, maybe it's not less pressure about
Right.
meeting the parents.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you before you met your partner's parents?
I met Donna's parents like pretty late into the relationship. Just
They love you,
not
though.
late. Oh yeah.
You really kill it. Because not even the in-laws, you practice with Korean waitresses at restaurants. Those older like waitresses,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
love you, and you're like flirting with them.
You know.
You're calling them like a
Sis-
yeah, like you're like
Yeah.
sister. Hey
Yeah.
sis.
yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
30 years older than you.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're also funny. Like you're charismatic with
I just
them.
like making older Korean people happy. It's just a thing. I don't know. It's just my parents trained me that way. I
Interesting.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could see that. I could see you being a good person to meet, like my parents or like
your mom
somebody's.
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
How about you? Has it been when you meet the other people's parents? Do they typically like you? What is?
I think they get familiarized by me with all my like work stuff,
Yeah.
my content, my pod clips, my music.
Wait, you think they're looking up?
No, they're kids. The
Oh, the
person
kids,
that
the kids. Yeah,
I'm dating,
yeah.
you know, they put
They're
them
kids.
on. Then they put them on to, you know, my stuff. So when I meet them, they're already like, "Oh, I seen your pod, you're funny," or this
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that. Which is nice that they actually like it. I get worried sometimes, like, what did you watch? Because I have
Right.
a crazy digital footprint. You know what I mean? I have tons of videos out there. It could be
TED Talk or
anything.
Genghis Khan?
yeah, exactly. Hotbox or TED Talk. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, you know, so they can
right.
gauge it in any way.
Interesting.
But for the most part, I think they like it.
Are
They-
you weird in front of them? I can't imagine. Like when you meet them, are you usually like nicer? Do you become like really do you bow?
I get a little awkward. I think I do better. But if there's a kid thrown in the mix, and they're like, and then this is blah blah blah, 8 years old. I'm like, I'm Uncle Dom. It's like I try a little too hard, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of Korean parents like Dum's face. I've heard this from
Really?
Donna's. Yeah.
Is that a
You
thing?
I think
have
that's true.
you have how do I say it? Like you have a Wang eyebrows. You have king eyebrows. Your
Whoa.
eyebrows, yeah, dude. Your parentheses are crazy.
People
bro.
are saying my eyebrows are a little
Wow.
bit mischievous. There's not.
it's
It's a little like too.
when you're
like-
younger and you have those eyebrows, it's mischievous. But as you grow older, those eyebrows become currency, bro. I'm telling you right now.
it's
They're
not
good
villainous.
brows.
It's
not
actually
villainous.
okay.
No.
If you watch any actor, a good actor, they're always using their brows. The whole brow thing.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I thought acting was all in the eyes, not eyebrows.
Give us a little taste
Your
of
eyebrows is always changing. I got to say, the colors of your eyebrows is.
Every country I go to, I change them.
What's the eyebrow dyeing? You know, why are you
So
doing
I hadn't
that?
done that. Like this year, I was last year, I went pretty. Everything was natural. My hair was darker. My brows were back into. Because I used bleaching them so much. I just wanted to go regular. For my acting roles, I was like, maybe I should just try to be a regular ass person.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got bored. So yesterday I bleached them again and I lightened them. So they're in a place where they're not the, sometimes I'll get rid of them where it's like the alien look where it's completely gone. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
People seem to be
I don't
confused.
like that a little bit.
You don't like that, right? My
just
sister
because-
doesn't like it either.
Because it's required to show expression.
Right.
You
So-
know?
Yeah.
There's some girls that could pull it off.
Yeah.
There's some girls because they just have very beautiful eye shapes, you know?
Okay. So what are you saying?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know.
Oh, wait,
How do
wait,
you
but
feel
you're-
right
You
now
don't
about
like
my-
when the eyebrows blend in with your skin because you want to see.
I want to
the
see if you're
expression
upset
of
with
the-
me or if you're happy to see me.
Yeah,
you know
like you know
I mean?
what it is. When your eyebrows blend in with your skin, it's like a run-on sentence without any punctuation. You know what I mean? We got to see the
Wow.
punctuations.
Wow.
We
Why
got to
can't
see
I
the
just use my
periods,
ma-
the exclamation points, the commas. The sentence is just going on.
Why don't you just look at my mouth moving and like I have to use more of this area?
You know Cumberbatch in Zoolander 2?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just kind of, so since I've gotten hair, my hair is darker and I cut it when I was in Tokyo, I felt like my brows are too dark. And when it's too dark, it almost looks like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you look
Like
surprised
almost
all the
too,
time.
yeah. So I felt like I needed to like neutralize my face.
Rick got kind of like not like really short eyebrows.
Do they? I don't know, man.
Like for your face, they're shorter than I'd like them. You know, you know what I'm saying, right? Like they should be
Yeah, they
extended,
should be
a
extended
little more,
bit, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
They extend, they're just lighter. at
You
the
know what?
end.
Rick got when you do the Asian emojis with the sharp
Yeah.
to make the
That's
smile.
not an Asian emoji, bro. But yeah. Is there a way that I could fill this in a little bit?
You can, and
Yeah.
people also get it tattooed, but like you can also test it out, have your girl kind of color it in. You could do it with your own little Sharpie marker situation, play around with it. But I think it looks good. I think that if you colored it, it'd be a little too weird. Should we try it?
I'll go browse a bit.
Should we do it right now?
Go browse. Yeah, open up your browser.
Should we go eat after this together?
Yeah,
I want to do a little
absolutely.
meal for New Year's.
Yeah, man. I love sharing meals with you. I've been eating alone these days.
I know.
I know.
What?
It's a huge step
It's
for me.
How has it
crazy.
been?
I don't eat alone. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I will spend like 3-4 times more money so I can eat with a group of people because I enjoy eating meals with friends.
So what's this change?
But I also had a hard time. I was eating alone and I had to FaceTime. Like,
Yeah.
I ate FaceTime 3 people in that meal. I think.
In one meal?
Yeah, one meal. you know. How you doing?
Well, what did it feel like? Why
And I
did
even like made an IG post about like IG story post like
Yeah.
I'm eating alone in Cape Town. I did it, yo. I found peace. I had to share it with the world. It was like so
Right.
pathetic.
Huh. So how did it feel when you were eating alone?
I didn't mind it at all, actually.
It's terrible eating alone. I'm not gonna lie. There's
You
a
don't- you don't
part
like it?
If you're eating alone at home, it's different. But if you're eating alone at a restaurant, sometimes there's this emptiness that you feel that you can't avoid. You kidding me? You look around, you see everyone just giggling, chuckling
Yeah.
about the last current event, and you're
Once
just
in a
sitting
while.
here scrolling through Instagram reels.
May everyone have somebody to eat with always.
May.
No, dude, I think it should more be that it's okay to eat alone and to be by
No,
yourself
of course.
and
There's
eat
times
by yourself.
self dates is great.
Yeah, solo dates and eating by yourself should be more like comfortable because you're just hanging out and enjoying a delicious meal and you focus on just you and the meal.
By the way,
else.
I argued with a friend yesterday because we went to dinner, right? And I told everybody who was invited to dinner no plus ones.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know me, I hate people when they bring plus ones.
TFTIs, come on.
And we were talking about this, and my friend was saying, like, sometimes he'll invite me to a hike, and I agree. And the next morning, he's like, "Oh, by the way, these people are coming." I'm like, "No, I'm not going." Come on, dude. And it's not necessarily the people, but it's also like you gotta preface it, and also like
the principle.
I like doing certain activities with certain people.
Yeah.
Like even with I love eating with
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
but maybe
yeah.
I don't like going to
Yeah.
a certain thing with you. A
Of course.
rave
What
with
don't
you.
you-
Of
I don't-
course.
I'm just using that.
I get you. I
example.
get you.
Yeah, no, tell us what actually you don't like doing with them. Is it rave?
Just,
No, I think Rick's fine.
somewhere like a well-dressed
Yeah.
spot. You know what I mean? Like
I think
a
Rick's fine.
well-dressed spot.
Like you, I feel like sometimes you have a younger sister energy where like I try to do something with the boys and you're just like, I want to tag along, like and it's just like, Steph, no.
I have no. I
nah.
realize I have crossed a line of like I have no shame asking you to.
Yeah,
just go.
and you do this thing like I could help you guys get girls. like, no, oh my,
Don't- I
that
haven't
is the
said
thing
that in
I
so long.
hate.
I have not said that in so long.
I hate that thing. Trust me, I'm the best wingman. I hate that. Oh my god, like.
Wait, so you were arguing with someone about the hike thing, and then what was his stance and what was your stance?
Well, he was more inviting with anyone. He's like, no, like you got to open yourself up so you can like experience different things and with different people and be more open.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, like I work too hard to put myself in situations I don't want
want
to
to be
be
in.
in.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And maybe it's me like liking a more controlled kind of environment and liking what I like. I want to expect the expected. You know what I mean? So. That was it. I was just like, I have certain groups of people that I like doing certain things with.
Yeah.
Even close friends that I wouldn't invite to
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah. I get it. No, it's the principle. I don't like this like last minute, oh, by the way, these two are coming or these, when you do that, even if I don't have a problem with those two people, I might not even go anymore.
Yeah.
Just because of the preface, bro.
It's like one person doing a group workout with other people that's all over different levels.
Yeah.
It's like if I run marathons and I'm doing like a group workout with people who just started.
Right.
That's the kind of level. I'm not saying I run marathons.
I know what
'cause
you mean.
don't.
I'm trying to
But
go on to Black Diamond. I'm not here to do bunny slopes right
That's
now. You
what
know
I'm
I mean?
saying.
I
Yes,
get you, bro.
yes.
I get it. How about you, Steph? You're looking at us making nasty faces
I don't
over
know.
here.
I'm pretty chill. Like if people want to come, they come. If they don't, it's only if they're really, really like annoying people that talk too much. I don't like that.
Right,
I
right,
don't
right,
want
right.
someone who's taking up too much space. Because
You're literally describing what I just said. Yeah, so you don't like that. You don't like
but
people
not all
coming
the time.
along.
No. I said only certain types of people. A chill person, yes, any day. Give me a chill person or someone that can teach me something. Sure. Don't bring an annoying,
So you rather have quieter energy than like
quiet
an
and chill.
extroverted, kooky person?
Yeah, because I know that if they're trying to like do all that, it's too much.
What
I
are
feel
you?
like they're.
What energy are you?
I think I've become more calmer, don't you think? Before I used to be like, I need like all the attention I can get, but like now I'm pretty chill.
Yeah.
I think I work with the environment pretty well. I'm kind of, I'll flip it,
Yeah.
depending on the person. And
Chameleon.
it's some people, like people who I know are very extroverted, I give them the space to do it. If
Right,
they
right.
want to riff, I'll be there to do that because it's fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, comedians are the best people to just hang out with though, because then you're just like,
Are
having
they?
fun.
I was gonna. Okay, let's talk about
I
this.
feel like I enjoy the experience of riffing. And I realize
you
when I'm
join in?
with people, well, of course.
You do.
But then if it's somebody that I feel like is really quiet and they ask questions that are like day-to-day questions, that's boring to me.
I agree. I don't like those kind of questions.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of those,
Yeah.
Like, so what are your goals this year? Oh, God. Jesus. I hate that. That to me, it's a very basic question. And it's one of those questions that like you can't, that person clearly doesn't know how to naturally just talk about anything.
And they don't care. About
so
that,
they
really.
they just want to say
They just
something.
wanna say something.
And it's not their fault. I think they're kind
for
of
sure.
beginners with just
you know,
having a conversation.
I'm not a very good conversation starter either. Like I'll do like that small talk bullshit air filler. You know what I
I
mean?
could tell when you're doing it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just to fill. I feel like sometimes
Yeah.
you and I'm not gonna lie. When we
fill?
walk outside sometimes and then the elevator, it's literally silent. You know, when the two of us leave, I like stand there and it's so weird because we talk so much here. But I look at him and he's literally on his phone and he's silent like a brick by himself. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not supposed to talk to you. And then I go, and then I'm like, what the fuck do I talk to him about?
We've exhausted
It's so-
everything.
Yeah.
We said everything.
Yeah.
I think too much in bits.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally in bits.
Yeah.
Of like, they're not even like coherent conversations. It's literally a
It's
bit.
bits and puns.
And you're like,
Moleskin markings.
Is this
literally-
person a human? Like, what? He's like a joke book.
in my group chat, literally, Rick's always like, "You got 2 more bits for the day, and that's it. I'm cutting you off." You know.
It's 8 in the morning,
But it's
bro.
not intentional. It's not intentional where I'm trying to do a bit. It's just like that's how my brain
Yeah.
works. Because I say things almost for reaction. Like I
Right.
want like a
Dude, I'm like that. That's one thing.
maybe
I
it's
want-
a rapper thing.
Yeah, I think it
so.
is.
No, I think it's a guy thing.
Is it?
More men are like, I'm sorry, I don't want to say every guy's like this, but I think more guys can't speak coherently.
Oh, what do you mean? Like in
They're just
a
like-
regular like focus?
I feel like, you heard of people doing like the mansplaining thing. That's kind
Yeah.
of a version of what you're saying, where they're
interesting.
just kind of saying what they want. They don't care about the other person there.
so they're not listening to the other person.
They don't
You're
even give
thinking
a shit.
about
They
the
just-
next thing.
Yeah.
It's
you're
a
gonna
one-way
say.
street.
Yeah, that's mansplaining. So you're essentially doing it in jokes. You're like
Interesting.
mansplaining, like
I didn't think about it as a version of mansplaining, but that actually makes sense.
yeah,
I
like
think.
you want to, like, I think often, like when I'm having a conversation, it's because I actually give a shit about the person, or if I'm obviously, unless they're like, again, I can't talk to them, but typically it's me and them actually having a real conversation about something, and then I want to know, I'm like so curious about that person, but it's usually when I'm not that curious about the person that I have to do these like weird little things.
I get you.
But then you do that to me, like at the elevator where you're like, so what do you got going on for the rest of the day? And then you go looking back at your phone. You don't even care what I have to say. And then I'm like, he doesn't care
Hey,
about,
that question right there
Yeah, it's
is
a-
one of the top bullshit questions.
because I know
So,
you.
what do you
That's
got going
why.
on for the rest
And then
of the
I'm like,
day?
I was like, is he trying to make small? Like, why is he even trying
This is no.
to do that?
Right.
Let me tell you right now. This is the number one question when you guys are exiting in the same direction or the same elevator or the same parking lot.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on for the rest of the day? Because you got that 30-second to kill
Yeah.
from your meeting that you just had
Exactly.
to the parking lot.
Exactly.
Like a 1 minute, right? 1 minute and a half.
Yeah.
What do you got going for the rest of the day?
Then you don't even have to talk. You just let them ramble.
y'all on? What
And then
y'all
you don't
on,
even have
man?
to think about what they're saying.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want? A meaningful conversation? the 30
I
feet to
don't
the
know.
car?
It's just, I don't know. There's not much to say after a while. No, it's true.
Yeah. Steph, if
No,
you and
it's
I
true.
weren't on this podcast, we wouldn't be friends. Would you be friends with me?
Did you hear the silence?
Would
Did
you be
hear the
friends with
silence?
me? No, I'm
Did
not
you hear
saying.
how loud that silence
I'm not
was?
saying I wouldn't be friends with you. I'm just saying us
I
as
think
people.
you just did. I think you just
no,
told
I'm just
me
saying.
you wouldn't be friends with.
If we were not on this podcast together, I don't think our lives would have intersected, and we would have gotten to have the pleasure to get to know each
But
other.
let me tell you this. I will say the same thing about us rapping. Like,
Yeah.
if we didn't rap, I don't know if we would be friends, too.
Right? No, I completely agree. We talk about this all the time.
But that's okay. I think there's always going to be something
Yeah.
too. Like for instance, my trainer Dan. Like I love him. I hang out with him a lot.
Yeah.
But if I didn't start training with him,
Yeah.
I don't know if we would be regular
If we
friends.
didn't get you that
too.
six pack, I don't know.
so if we didn't have a podcast, none of us would be friends.
Yeah, which is I think a good.
Which is
thing.
a good
It's kind of a
thing.
cool
It's a-
thing.
it's a cool
something
thing.
like this
What's
bringing
so
us
cool about that?
because it brings us together, and we clearly have 3 different points of view. Because if we were friends, we might be on the same page about certain things, but most of the time we aren't, and
Yeah.
that's good. You know,
Right. The entertainment comes from our clashes. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, I should have worded it better. But what I'm
No,
saying
I'm never
is,
gonna forget that. It actually hurt.
that's why I feel
I
like
always
outside
thought
of
this
this pod,
was true. And
What?
I always thought this is something that you felt.
I mean,
Because of the awkwardness between the two of us.
ways to tango. The thing is, you know what it is, Steph? We still haven't hung out.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
How come we haven't?
You know why? Because we haven't done a Fun with Dumb retreat. I swear to God, if we went on a retreat,
Let's do it. We need
if
to
we
do
went on a retreat, like hedonism, Jamaica, have you been?
Hedonism is like a sex vacation.
Oh, is it?
Like
Okay.
a swinger vacation. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like Palm Springs or something.
Yeah.
And then we go, I'm telling you, we'd be
I don't
closer.
know, because with friendships, what you really need is something in common. Do you and I have anything in common? Is the real question.
Yeah. Say
What
so
would we
do you guys
talk
think
about?
You guys have
It's-
in common?
It would be food.
Okay, actually,
it
let's
would be
think about
food.
that. Yeah.
It would be food. Like we can enjoy food together.
Yeah.
Food is not. That doesn't count. Food. You can say every single
everyone
person could
eats,
say food.
girl.
We are Korean.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's not
Yeah.
enough.
I'm not gonna be Korean 2025 and on. I'm just gonna be American now. You know what I mean? I'm shaving it up.
Can I ask you something about this? What you just said. How far does meeting somebody and being like, "Oh, he's Korean," like, how much of a benefit of a doubt does that get? Like, for instance, like, a lot of my black homies, whatever, if they go to an all-white party and they see one other black dude, there is slightly a connection. And, even Chappelle jokes about it where
Yeah.
he's on a plane and he sees another black dude and they connect.
Yeah.
As a Korean, when you see another Korean at a party or something, would you have a slight connection to him a little bit more? Or does that even matter?
Why do
To
I
be
dislike
honest-
him? I don't know why. Sometimes,
That tells a lot about
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
sometimes, no, I don't know why. I just like, damn
No,
it.
I kind of know what you mean. Because I was on a shoot, right? Like a makeup brand, and you know who was there? Eunice. That was the first I had known about
not
her.
Cheetos,
Not
the
Not
skater.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
It's usually the diversity thing is like one Asian, one Hispanic, one
Yeah.
and two Koreans on a commercial was crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
this is like couple years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
Like that is unheard of.
Yeah, yeah.
And so when I saw her, I was like, what is going on here? And I felt threatened. Because she also had baggier pants and she had a skateboard. So I was like, she's the cool Asian. You can act like I always feel like I have the look of a potentially cool Asian. I know I'm not actually a cool Asian. I know I can look like one and I have a job that's cool. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like a dorky, like, silly person, and I'm okay with that.
I could see you going up to the photographer and tapping them on the shoulder like, "Excuse me, there seems to be a mistake."
Exactly. It's not a facade. That is truly kind of how
So
I
what
am.
happened? You felt threatened, or what did you feel?
I knew who she was because my sister was friends with her, I think. And so and we had kind of I think we were already friends online. It wasn't it was like this initial of like, is she safe?
Yeah.
There's something and I don't know why. It was because she was Korean
Right.
like just even another Asian. The threat was she was cooler and she was Korean. Like that was just what it was.
I mentioned this about when I first met Rick. It was like that for a long time in the rap space, there were like not many Asians, right? And it's even narrower than that. Like after Jin, he was Chinese, and I was like, okay, at least I'm like the Korean.
Yeah.
And I meet Rick, and I'm like, I'm not the only Korean
Yeah.
that raps.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
very upsetting.
And it was very upsetting.
upsetting.
I mean,
Oh.
and of course, we're like cool with each other
Yeah,
up front, but as soon as we went home, we're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, you can't have two Koreans on stage
Yeah, but-
rapping. That is probably a
But that
really
was that
crazy thing.
mentality. It was survival back then, and
Yeah.
now it's not like that. Like obviously, we are all about connecting with each other, try to get each other up there. But I will say, I think for me, it's more about the type of Korean that I meet.
Yes,
that's
yes.
gonna give me a reaction.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
You know.
Isn't it usually about whether they're cool or not?
Oh,
or if
there's
they're like,
it's not a
it's
what's
not-
that called? A monolith? It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
not a monolith,
not all
yeah.
Koreans are all
No,
the same.
hell
and then
no.
also, are you a Korean American?
Right,
Are you,
right,
are you
right.
from? Where are you? Are you? Are you from Vancouver?
Mm.
That could be. That's just a really different type of. You know what I mean? It's just different. Honestly, I feel safe when I meet other Asians, and if they're another Asian and they're from a different country, even more so, I feel safer.
I don't, because here's the
I
thing.
don't know why.
Here's the thing. When I see certain types of Asian people on the internet in the comments, there's some scary Asians that I'm not, that have crazy points of views that seem very dangerous to me. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's extra misogynistic or nationalistic and incel-y and every culture has that
For sure.
So to me, I've kind of gotten less bonded with automatically being like, oh, they're Asian and I connect. I'm gotten way more less like that.
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
dangerous.
Yeah,
There's dangerous cats who take that
Right.
and create a definition of pride around it that I don't believe in the same way.
Yeah.
And that doesn't take away me like being
yeah.
proud of my
No,
culture.
of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm proud of being Asian. I'm not proud of all Asians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I would say it.
I know exactly what you mean. I don't want people that are asleep. I don't want people that are too woke. I just want like sleepy people. It's just like
there's a lot of dangerous rhetoric out there that I've seen.
for sure.
You know?
You know what? I know initially it's like that, or my reaction, I was just talking about units. I feel like these days though, like if I do see like one other Asian anywhere, I actually feel safer. Like I actually like, even after maybe my first reaction is like, I need to like scope them out. But after
give me your scope out face.
I'm like, that's it. I'm like, wait, where are they from? And then I'm like, nah.
Where are you from?
where are you from?
Right.
So like, and then I'm like, okay, you know what? I feel like if anything happened, something bad happened in the room, I can always make eye contact with that person.
This is the
and like we can have a moment.
like
and
this
I'll
is the
feel
version for girls. Like for dudes, it's like,
a girl.
where are you from? Girls are more like, where are you from? Those are the two versions of where are you from. It's the gangster where are you from, but the girl version
Yeah.
of it, you know?
I've never done that as a woman.
What?
You've done it in your
I've
head.
never
though.
gone, where are you from?
No, you just said where are you from. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but I haven't given that attitude.
Okay. Like, let's edit that out.
I got you.
Because it was just a joke.
I know what it is for. Bang.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. I
Okay.
think we're good.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
let's
good.
wrap it up. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Love you guys. I like this little reunion we had. We're gonna go eat some Korean food.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. Been a rough couple of weeks, but I hope everyone is safe out there.
Yep.
Thank you for all the support. Thank you for listening. Hope we got a chance to brighten up your day for an hour. All right. Tune in next week for another episode of Fun with Dumb, y'all. Peace.
Bye.